Ukraine going up against SHAO Yaki, the world number 6 from China. Two right-handers. John, SHAO is the world number 7. She is a form fencer. As you said earlier on, she's added something to her game in recent times. But this fencer here, KHARLAN, she's here to win gold, and I just can't see anyone beating her.
She is very, very difficult to beat. You have to come in with the perfect game plan and you have to execute it every single time. And if you don't do that, you'll get hit. So that's simple. And we'll see. But Beilak, the French coach who's now been in charge in China for some time now, has done a fantastic job of taking this women's squad and really pushing them up the world ranking. Not just SHAO, but Qian has really come back into contention, and some of their younger fencers as well are starting to look stronger and stronger. And as a team, they've improved enormously. So I think if SHAO, as she did in the last round, came in with a really good tactical game plan, she can certainly put pressure on KHARLAN in the first part of the fight, and that's the key. If she gives KHARLAN space at the beginning of the fight, she gives her a cushion going into the break, I think it will be tough. She has to keep her under pressure right from the beginning. Well,
we are ready to get underway, and John, you have Vikram Valiev to thank for the time he gave you to give that thorough preview of this match. The fencers were smiling on as they were waiting for the referee to come out. Straight off the mark. Well, again, we saw this in the Lembach-Baird fight. Lembach calling for a video review on the very first action, and SHAO has called for it as well. This time, though, it was the right call.
It was. I think it was a good call by SHAO, overturned by the referee, changed his decision correctly into attack on preparation.
Fencers get 2 appeals in a match up to 15. If their appeal is upheld, they keep it. If the referee disagrees with them, they lose it. It's a bit like tennis in that respect. Just too good.
SHAO was just a bit too passive at the beginning there. She can't give that time and space to KHARLAN. She will pounce on that and convert into a hit. That was a better distance, but SHAO's mistake really there. She made KHARLAN fall short really nicely, but then just a bit lackadaisical on the final action. She didn't really commit. Exactly right. She didn't commit to the last action enough. And then KHARLAN could see that and just flicked on, I think, onto the arm to get her light up. KHARLAN takes the reprise, mal-parried by the Chinese fencer.
I'm going to give you a simple question. We talked about KHARLAN for a few years now. You've been joining me in the commentary box. She does something that I think perhaps people that don't fully understand fencing would need a bit of a better explanation of. And the way I'm going to put it is, it looks like KHARLAN buys herself more time. She does something that allows her more time. What is it? What is it that she does?
All the great fencers seem to have more time than other people. Silagi does a similar thing. And back in my old days, Pozniakov, the same thing. You just think, how does he have that much time to see what's happening and select an action and execute it? And it's partly down to the control of distance and timing. So the footwork preparation is vital for that, choosing the right preparation at the right time. But also it's about waiting until that very last moment for the correct moment to make the decision. Not thinking, oh, I need to get my light on quickly or the other person will hit me. You know, having that confidence to wait for the perfect moment to make the decision.
Yeah. Feet so crucial. And, if you want to learn how to fence, the first thing you've got to get right is the feet, because you can have everything in the hand, and you could even make the right decisions, but if you don't put yourself in the right place at the right time, you're never going to hit your opponent.
Absolutely. The perfect action from the wrong distance is irrelevant. This time referee says attack stop, attack left, good call. SHAO was much more ready that time to pounce on that mistake from KHARLAN, a rare mistake from the Ukrainian. And SHAO's attack this time, and she's just stayed in this game. She was down 4-1, but she didn't let it get to her. Interesting to see what KHARLAN changes here. I think she was a little bit sharper at the very first part of the fight on her preparation. Maybe she'll go back to that. She just committed off the first step there, which is that's a mistake against the fencer with the size and control of distance of SHAO. I think SHAO can afford to go quite small and slow at the beginning because she's got that reach and the power. You can see there that huge lunge.
definitely looking for that second intention parry riposte. It took 2 goes to get it, but she did in the end.
It did, yeah. KHARLAN first was trying to hit the attack on preparation, then she wanted the parry riposte afterwards. SHAO didn't go for it, and then when SHAO did go for it, KHARLAN was ready with the second parry. Parry 2 to retake the lead. Parry riposte, wonderful hit, wonderful hit. KHARLAN took the attack really well. SHAO saw it early, took a nice parry riposte, but KHARLAN with the counter parry. So parry, counter parry, riposte. Beautiful technique from both fencers.
It is a, well, I was going to say showboating hit. I mean, she's happy with that. You saw the smile on her face through her mask. But it does look really super special because it's the reaction that comes off the failure of the initial intent.
Absolutely, yeah. That wasn't the second intention. That was just a reaction. So she went for the attack. She committed. She wanted to hit her opponent on the flank. But SHAO saw that and did a nice parry. And KHARLAN's response, you know, absolutely unbelievable reactions and reflexes. And that's partly, you know, motor reflex programming over years and years of lessons in fencing, but also look at the, you know, the eye and the timing, control of the hand.
And it looks fast in slow motion.
Textbook.
There you go. You've had a clearer view, just even slightly slower, but you can see the fist pump. She knows that's hers. She's making sure that Vikram Valia, the referee, knows it's hers as well. But like you say, textbook. Someone was asking me yesterday why I think she's so good, and I talked about the whole package. But the other thing is, she doesn't ever. You say textbook. I want to try and explain that a little more. Her parries finish exactly where they should every single time.
Absolutely. If you wanted to write a textbook on how to fence saber with photographs, you can just photograph KHARLAN at any time of any fight in any day, and she'll probably be in the right position technically with her feet in her hand.
Yeah. But I suppose the point of sort of emphasising that is it means that she doesn't add any extra movement to her parry. She's not going too far across her body when she goes for the parry for the chest.
And that's where you talked about where do fencers of that level find time. You know, that creates time because you're using less time to get to the action. You're not wasting time with extraneous movements. And then you have more time left to you to do the right thing. Lovely compound attack by KHARLAN. SHAO started strongly in the second half. Took the game to KHARLAN in the middle for the first couple of hits. Very nice compound attack from the Ukrainian. Feinted one way, hit to the other side.
And you can see the acceleration as well on the slow motion. This is a bit more of a, it's not a simple attack, but it's a little bit more direct.
I think the key there was the way she developed the preparation at the beginning. Very small and fast. SHAO reacted by getting back, and then KHARLAN accelerated and put her onto the back foot, immediately put her under pressure. Change of preparation by KHARLAN. Slow step, lunge fell short, and then SHAO riposted. KHARLAN tried to do the parry, but SHAO managed to get over the top using a height reach over the top of the parry. Mal-parried by the Ukrainian. Attack for KHARLAN that time. She's been much more successful in this fight when she's done either a two-step preparation or a sharper preparation to get the distance right and force a reaction from her opponent. When she does that slow single step, it doesn't really work so well against SHAO. And there you go, two-step prep, parry riposte. SHAO lunged on the second step.
So what's the second step for? To close the distance to make it harder for her opponent to hit, or to make it easier to find the parry?
It's a number of things. It closes the distance, so that takes away decision-making time from the opponent.
Right.
Gives the opponent the feeling they can hit you. You close distance so they feel they can hit you. And it's also harder for them to get around the parry. And there you see she changed to one step, and it was a little bit easier for SHAO to angle around the parry from distance.
It's not been one-way traffic, though, has it? This second half, SHAO has shown that she can play ball with world number one. But the thing is, when KHARLAN goes into third gear, and I really think it is only third gear at the moment, it's too much for SHAO.
She just has a little bit too much of a change of preparation and variety. SHAO is fencing brilliantly within her style. KHARLAN left the piece there. SHAO stopped the match, and fair enough. Opponent put a foot off the piste.
And KHARLAN acknowledged that and conceded the metre of ground that you must do if you step off the side of the piste. They pulls her arm back. It looked like she had the right of way then, but was she looking for a parry?
She was looking for a parry. She just went a little bit too early with the blade. SHAO just held up, slowed up her preparation a little bit. Will KHARLAN settle down again, try and get another change of rhythm? Yeah. Oh, nice distance from SHAO though. A sharper preparation from KHARLAN, but SHAO was ready that time.
Nice action from SHAO that time. Here, I think we're going to get a replay here. She steps in, she looks like she's fully committed to the attack and then puts on the brakes.
Absolutely, just pulls back at the last second.
Yes. He's kept consistent with that one. That one perhaps was closer to a continual attack, but there was just this moment there where she stops.
Half a lunge, half a step. So attack no as though she tried to commit into doing a hitting action, which had failed. And SHAO has pulled this right back now. Pressure back on KHARLAN. Attack for the right reprise, they're both prepared. KHARLAN started first.
SHAO's looking for the same thing, or is she looking? She's saying that KHARLAN look for a parry.
I think she thinks it's a little bit more in hope than expectation. She thinks she wants attack no, but it's both prepare, both pause, and then KHARLAN. SHAO goes back at the moment. KHARLAN looks for parry, so they've both stopped.
But wasn't she just changing line then, or do you think she was looking for the blade?
I don't even think it matters, to be honest, because I think the fact that SHAO stopped in the same moment meant they're both prepared and stopped. Yeah.
And so it's just on the final action who starts first. The referee has come back, sticks with his decision, and it is going to be 14-13 to Olga KHARLAN. Although that score looks like it's 13-13, I'm pretty sure that should be 14.
Yeah, the referee's just correcting the scorekeeper. 14-13. Tap left is 14 all.
Two steps again from KHARLAN, but she didn't.
Yeah, a little bit too passive, I think. She just needs to be sharper and force the reaction a bit more. She's just let this match slip in the end of the second half. Will she be able to keep her nerve?
Pressure on for the world number one, Olga KHARLAN.
Tap right for me.
The referee has to go and look at the video, though, and, well, John Southfield's called it for the right for Olga KHARLAN right there. And the referee is just double-checking. Vikram Valiev talking to Marius Florea, and a hit is given. Olga KHARLAN made that a little bit more tricky than perhaps she needed to, but she is through to the gold medal match here in Montreal.
Absolutely. She, I think, just let that slip a bit when she had a small cushion in the second half. SHAO just kept plugging away, kept ahead, and she's the most improved fencer, I think, over the last couple of years in the top few in the world.
This is sorry, I'm just going to stop you there for a second. Yeah. You're saying that SHAO Yaki is the most improved fencer across the sort of top 16 fencers in the